What's going on? It's Rico. Welcome back. This is the section where we start doing some subtractive EQs, some additive EQs, and some compressions. So let's take a look at what I've done so far. First thing I've done is I've made subgroups here, and I've basically plopped everything into its own subgroup to make it nice and clean, and it's better for our workflow. I've also with this battery 4-track here, I've separated all those into its individual instruments and made audio tracks of it. Bounce them down to make it clean, and this track is muted. So let's go down to the drum track and see what I've done with the drum track. The first thing we're going to do is the kick. Okay, first thing I've done here is I've added a stereo imager to make it mono. Originally from here, see this? Slightly different. We don't want that. We want the kick to be in mono always. Second thing is I've added some compression here. Full threshold to the max. Very small ratio, 1.2, just getting rid of the peaks there, right? Fast attack, fast release. Just making it a little bit more punchier. Good. The next track, the snare. Alright, I've added some additive EQ. I've added the Maserati plugin here for drums. And let's take a listen. Without it. And with it. Basically, I've added some bottom end to it. A lot of bottom end to that to fatten it up. A little bit of treble. Good. Next track, hi-hat loop. Alright. I've added the Jack Joseph Puig plugin here. Without it. And with it. Just bring up more highs. Basically, that's all I've done here. Good. Next, 808s. Just a compressor. Stock one with Cubase. Nice. So our drums are starting to sound good. And the next is our cymbal track. I've added another Waves plugin, the Jack Joseph Puig cymbals plugin. Without it. And with it. There it is. Turn it louder for you. All I've done is added more highs. That's it. Good. Bongos. Just a compressor. Without it. With it. Just trying to level the sound out here. Take a look at the numbers. The Renaissance compressor is beautiful. I love this one. Out of all the Waves compressors, adds just a little bit of color, but it's very, very nice. Simple to use and always gives good results. Great. Now our toms track. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loop to the toms right here so you can hear them. And great. So with the toms, I've added the Chris Lord Algae Waves plugin here. I actually used the preset Tom's Mojo and made a couple adjustments here. Just added some more high end to it, and that's basically it. A little gate here just to dry up the sound a little bit, give it more of an 80s feel. Nice. And then the last part is the whistle. The whistle I've used the stereo widener to make it mono, and the Chris Slaughter Algae piano preset, and I did some adjustments to this, added some more treble to it, compressed it slightly, tried to dry it up with this verb right here, and a little bit of bass. Now remember that when you use these kinds of tonal plugins, you're not picking specific frequencies. What they're doing is they're letting you sweep through a certain range and then boost a certain range. So this could be, this top could be, who knows, anywhere between let's say 3K to 6K with a very, very wide Q, and then you're boosting it. And if you went to roof, maybe that'd be from like 6K to 10K, and you're boosting that. And bike could be like, who knows, let's say 1 to 3K, right? You don't really know what it is, but they're just giving you a range and you're boosting a certain range. Excellent. Okay, so this is our drum track from beginning to end. Alright, sounds pretty good. Great. Okay. Now let's go to bass. With our bass tracks here, what I've done is I got two tracks, the original bass and a copy of the bass. The original bass, I've applied one plugin, the Mark Studio 2, and without it, with it, alright, and all I've done here is boost the highs. That's it, a little bit of the mids, a little bit of the lows. Now, it may sound a little deep and bassy, but that's because when I did the subtractive EQ here, I used a high cut filter to get everything out of, let's say 700-800. What do we have here? Yeah, 600 hertz. Because the other bass, right here, the copy of the bass, right? I've applied a low cut to get rid of everything underneath 2-300 here. So when we listen to this one, nice. And I've added the Mark bass also with the pop preset here. Same preset, highs, mids, and lows I've changed. Right? Sounds alright. And not too fussy about that at all. Get that verb out of there. This is what it sounds like with the drums. Not bad. Okay, let's go to the keys. Alright, we start off with the Rhodes. The Rhodes, all I've done with the Rhodes is I've added a compressor and an EQ. So we'll start with the compressor here in the track. Alright, with this compressor here I've added a threshold of 38, a ratio of 2.5, and cranked the makeup gain. Notice the attack of 59. I'm allowing the transients through, and with a very, very slow release, all I'm trying to do is level out the volume of the track. That's what you want with a nice long release. See, it takes a long time for it to get back to its original volume, so it's compressing the whole track. And with the gain boost here, you're just getting a steady volume, which is good. I tend to do this a lot with Rhodes, and even a lot of guitar tracks too. Okay. And with this EQ, all I've done is boosted the highs. Okay, look here, 5K, 9 dB, and 3K minus 2. Remove that little dip there to make room for some other instruments. And then 1K here, and then at 240. Take care of this gain staging. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. I'm not clipping anymore. So let's go to the pad. All I've done here to this pad, same plugin. You're gonna find that these Waves API 550s A's and B's are the best EQs if you want to brighten up a track without totally destroying its tonality. They are the best. Good luck finding anything better. I really do recommend dishing out the money to get them. There we go. Good. Okay, 5K, 4 dB, 700, 400. At 3K I left it at 0. Remember that the Rhodes I had at -2? So I'm allowing this patch to basically kick in at 3K. 3K will sound the loudest in this patch because in the other patch it's been removed. There we go. Okay, good. Now next one. And the mellow lead. Same plugin, API 550B. I just added some additive EQ. Okay, look at these numbers. Okay. If I turn it on. Without the plugin, and with the plugin, so you see here I'm jacking up 2.5K 12 dB, 3K 12 dB. Basically it's like a high shelf. 12 dB at 700. I'm just really kicking it really loud. There we go. And this is our pads all together with the bass and the drums. Nice. Okay. Next is our effects. Right here. And we'll go through all of them. Nothing for the waves was done. Nothing for the riser was done. And nothing for the big sweeps was done. Left them alone. We're fine as it is. Cool. Okay. Good. Now, let's go to the guitars. The chicken picking lick. I've added a Maserati plugin here. The GTI stereo. I used a plugin called Preset Nasal Drip. I made a couple little adjustments here. Before. Before and after. Now, with it on. Good. Makes it a little bit brighter. Good. The next one. The wah guitar. Same plugin. Different setting, not as much brightness but more presence, so boost of the mids. There we go. Good. Excellent. Okay. Okay, off to the saxophone. And with this saxophone track, all I've done is I've added some compression to level it out. Minus 32, ratio of 2, makeup gain of 13, full blast on the release, attack of 50. I'm letting the transients through. Leveling out that track. Good. And this API. And all I've done here is I've boosted 3K and 10K. Let's just gain stages. Good. Perfect. Now the vocals. Last on the track. Okay, I've added an EQ. That's without it, and all I've attempted to do is make it brighter. Yeah, sounds good to me. There we are. Just pushes through the sound. Yeah. Without it? With it. Good. Just a little bit of a push. Okay. So we're done. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to do some modulation, we're going to add some saturation, and then we're going to decide on panning, left, right, center panning, or if we're going to go 45 and 45. I'm Rico, I'm out, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.